Hey everyone, me again. Today I wanted to talk you through how I get my hair like this. So I have naturally quite thick, quite wavy hair, and this is a kind of style that I do to sort of enhance what my hair naturally wants to do, but just make it look a little bit more polished. I think that this style of wave is quite flattering if you've got mid-length hair like I do. So I'm going to talk you through all the products that I use and how I dry it to get it looking like this. So this isn't something that I do every single time I wash my hair, but every now and again before I do use my shampoo and conditioner, I like to go in with some coconut oil. So this is just a fairly cheap jar that I found in Quality Save. So I would just take this out of the jar, and you'll see this in the cutaways, but it's actually completely solid. So I'll just kind of scoop some out and then rub it together with my fingers. And once you apply heat to coconut oil, it really starts to melt. So once it's melted a bit and become quite soft and a bit more workable, I start to run this through the ends and mid-lengths of my hair, basically anywhere that's looking a little bit on the dry side. And then I will wrap my head in a towel and just leave it on for as long as I feel like, usually an hour or so. It depends how much time I have. If you've not tried coconut oil on your hair before and you have frizzy, dry, naturally kind of coarse hair, then you definitely need to give this a go. Just take my word for it. But do remember to rinse it out with shampoo quite thoroughly. So that's when I go in with my shampoo, and I just reach for anything that works for dry or damaged hair. My hair isn't massively damaged, even though I use a lot of heat on it, but it is fairly dry, so I find products like this work really well for me. At the moment, the shampoo I'm using is from Schwarzkopf. It's their Super Soft Repair and Care shampoo for dry and damaged hair. This one is okay, I guess, but there is one from Dove that I like a lot better. I'm going to leave a link to that in the description box below. But I would just take the shampoo and really focus it on the roots of my hair before I start to work it down and get out all the coconut oil. That way I remove all the product buildup from the roots of my hair and I get rid of all the coconut oil as well. So when my hair really needs a bit of moisture, I will go in with a deep conditioner. So this is the Tresemme Care and Protect Deep Conditioner. I think I got this because it was on offer, but it's actually really nice. It's been especially handy now that it started to get colder and my hair is getting a bit drier, especially towards the ends. So sometimes I will go in with this, but today I actually went in with my normal conditioner because I'd already used a coconut oil and it was feeling pretty soft already, and I didn't feel like I needed that extra bit of moisture. So instead I just went in with my regular conditioner, which is the Dove Intense Repair. This stuff is really nice. I absolutely love Dove hair products. You really can't go wrong. It's super cheap and it's always on offer somewhere, but I absolutely adore this conditioner. So after I've shampooed, I will just towel dry the very ends of my hair just so that it's not overly damp. And then I will take my conditioner and again focus that on the ends and the mid-lengths of my hair and anywhere that's looking a little bit dry. Once I've kind of applied the product, I will just start to comb it through with a wide tooth comb just to make sure it's evenly distributed. And sometimes I can leave this on for a little while as well. Maybe not too long if I've already done the coconut oil treatment because I don't want to weigh my hair down. But I will probably leave this on for about 5 minutes or so before I rinse it off. So after I've washed out my conditioner, I will again just try to towel dry it as much as possible before I go in with the hairdryer. This obviously cuts down time I spend drying my hair, but it's also quite good for your hair just to towel dry it as much as possible. I would love to let my hair naturally dry. I don't want to be using a hairdryer because I know that heat can be quite damaging. However, I have the thickest hair in the world, and when I leave it to naturally dry, it takes between 4 and 7 hours, depending on what time of year it is. I'm not exaggerating, that is genuinely how long it takes. So obviously I can't do that all the time, unfortunately. So because I like to use a bit of heat on my hair, I will just use a couple of products. This helps stop my hair getting a bit too frizzy under the hairdryer, and it also protects my hair from the heat as well. So the first thing I use is the Garnier Ultimate Blends Sleek Perfector Oil. I absolutely adore this stuff. I have been using this for years. I think this might be my 5th bottle or so, and it lasts for absolutely ages. It is £10, so When I first tried this, I thought it was a bit pricey, but honestly, they last me so long because you don't really need that much, even if your hair is quite thick like mine. And I'm pretty sure that my mum borrows this all the time, and it still takes me ages to get through an entire bottle. So the price isn't too bad when you think about it like that. But anyway, I would take about a pump on each side of my hair. If you've got quite fine hair, you definitely don't need that much. Start with about half a pump and see how you get on. But obviously I will use quite a bit because my hair is so thick. I'm going to be saying that all the time during this video, I'm so sorry. But it's true. But I really like the effect that this product gives in general. Even when I'm letting my hair naturally dry, I do like to have a pump or so of this on my hair because it's the only thing that can really kind of tame it. For this particular hairstyle that I'm wearing right now, I will then go in with a bit of hair mousse as well. So I just get the cheapest hair mousse that I can find. This one is by Inset. I think I found it in Quality Save for about £1. But I don't spend very much money on my hair mousse at all. This is just something to help hold my curls into place, because I find that even though my hair is naturally quite curly and it will dry with a bit of a kink to it, it doesn't always stay curly. Sometimes when I sleep on it, it will just kind of naturally go a bit more straight overnight, or just where I've had my head on the pillow, the curls will fall out. So I do tend to use quite a generous amount of hair mousse just to prevent that from happening. The mousse I kind of put in everywhere, but I start it on the roots because I really want to add that volume to my hair. Otherwise, even though my hair is quite thick, my roots can just kind of stick to my head. So something like this really helps me out in that department. And then again, I will just comb through my hair just to make sure that all the products are evenly distributed. At this point, I'll be using my wet brush, which I absolutely adore. I got it at a blogging event and I love it. I don't know how I did my hair without it. It just makes brushing my hair after I've washed it so much easier. So when I've got all my products in and I've sorted out my hair parting and all that good stuff, it's time to dry my hair. If I'm being perfectly honest, I don't know if the hairdryer is really going to make a massive amount of difference, but I'll tell you which one I use anyway. It is the Remington Shine Therapy hairdryer, and I really like it because it has variable speed and heat settings on the hairdryer, so I can kind of control how powerful it is, which is really handy when you have quite wild hair like me. So to start it out, I will just put it on the high speed, high heat setting, just to kind of dry my roots quite roughly. I like to do that because again, it adds a bit of volume to my roots, and it also just lets some of the natural wave form in the mid-lengths of my hair as well. And I just do that very roughly, and then once that's done, I will start to section my hair. So I will take the top layer of my hair and I will just kind of scoop that up out of the way, and then I'll be left with the bits right at the back of my head, and also the bits of my hair that used to be fringe but are now just kind of long bits of hair at the front that just annoy me all the time. That'll just sort of naturally fall to the front of my face. So I'll use a brush like this one just to blow dry the bit of my hair that used to be my fringe. That just kind of keeps it looking quite neat and tidy. If I let it naturally dry, it's just very dry and goes all over the place. So I will smooth it out with a brush. This is the only time in this whole tutorial that I will use a brush like this. And then for the rest of my hair, it is much simpler, as you will see in the cutaways. Basically, when my hair is sectioned, I just grab chunks and then I will start to twirl it away from my face. And while I'm twirling it, I will just be pointing the hairdryer at the part of my hair that I'm twirling, and I will focus the heat of the hairdryer mostly on the roots and the mid-lengths of my hair, and try not to get too much heat near the ends of my hair because that's the bit where my hair is naturally the most dry. So you could do this technique if you are naturally drying your hair as well. You don't have to be using a hairdryer. If you're at the beach or it's just very hot where you live at the moment, you could just grab your hair and as it's drying, just do this every few minutes or so. On the very rare occasion where it's actually warm enough to let my hair dry here in the UK, I do that quite a lot and it looks really nice by the end. But yeah, I will just keep doing that. I will just keep releasing more sections of hair. But yeah, I will just keep going through, keep grabbing pieces, and I will always twirl away from my face because that's just what I personally like the look of a little bit more. You can have them curling towards your face or mix it up a little bit. It just depends what you prefer, really. When I get to the top two sections of my hair, that's when my hair is just naturally a little bit frizzier, so I will go in with a little bit of the Palmer's coconut oil leave-in conditioner. This stuff is an absolute miracle worker if you have naturally frizzy, chaotic hair like I do. So I will just spray a little bit of this all over my still damp hair, and then I will go in and do the same technique with the blow dryer that I was doing before. I don't completely dry my hair. I would say it's about 70 or 80% dry in this clip, and then I will try to let it naturally dry after that if I can. Quite often I like to just have it tied up because then that just keeps it all twisted and it will keep the kind of curls that I'm trying to form in place. So I get my hair claw and I just scoop up 2 sections, and again I twist away from my face and then I just pin it up. For this video I just kept it in the hair claw for as long as it took me to do my makeup. So that wouldn't have been very long, maybe about half an hour or so before I just let it fall down again. After that it got quite a lot drier by itself. It's still maybe a tiny bit damp as I film this, but it's probably going to be damp for like the rest of the day, to be honest, because that's just my hair for you. And if my hair is still looking a little bit on the frizzy side, or if there are any kind of ends that have just gone a bit drier once I've let it out of my hair claw, I will again just use the leave-in conditioner and just spray it where I need it, and then just gently kind of scrunch my hair, and that'll do the trick. It won't be frizzy anymore. And that's it. That is my mid-length wavy hair tutorial complete. I really hope that you guys enjoyed watching this and found it helpful. It took me a really long time to film, so I hope you did. Let me know if you want to see more hair tutorials on this channel, because I can talk about hair as much as I can talk about makeup, and I could easily do more videos like this if I know that you guys want to see them, so let me know in the comments. Make sure you subscribe if you're new around here. I make a new video every Sunday at 9 AM, and also during December I'm trying to do an extra video on Wednesdays as well. So make sure you subscribe if you want to see those, and I will hang out with you again very soon. Bye!